Hey everybody, this is Liam Martin from Running Remote, and in today's video, we're gonna be talking about something that I've been waiting to hear from my accountant for years. PwC just announced that 40,000 US client service employees can work virtually and live anywhere they want forever. I personally thought PwC were a bunch of boring accountants, but they're officially moving up on my cool company scale. In this video, I'm going to give you the lowdown on what's happening with PwC and my thoughts on how this will affect the future of remote work and the general movement. Stay tuned. So I read today off a Reuters or Routers piece, I can't remember how you actually pronounce that PwC's deputy people leader, Yolanda Seals-Cofield, hopefully I pronounced that correctly, said in an interview that the firm was the first in its industry to make a full-time virtual work environment available to client service employees. PwC's support staff and employees in areas such as human resources and legal operations that do not face clients already had the option to work virtually full-time. That's awesome that you're letting everybody do it. PwC's employees who choose to work virtually would have to come into the office a maximum of 3 days a month for in-person appointments, such as critical team meetings, client visits, and learning sessions. Seals-Cofield said location does factor, however, into PwC's employees' pay. Seals-Cofield said employees who opt to work virtually full-time in a lower cost location would actually see their pay decrease. PwC's research suggests that 30 to 35% of its eligible workers will take the firm up on the offer. PwC has about 55,000 US employees in total, and with its new policy, the majority will be able to work virtually if they want. So I know everyone wants to know my thoughts on this, or I think they do, otherwise you wouldn't actually be subscribed to this YouTube channel. By the way, are you subscribed to this YouTube channel? Go do that right now and like this video, otherwise Igor will hit me if I don't tell you to do that. So number one, what are the implications for security? That's one of my biggest questions. Your accountants hold accounting information. There's this little thing called SOC 2 compliance that every accounting firm must be in order to actually be compliant, to be able to have like financial data, your social security number, that kind of stuff. Where is that information going to be held if you're working from home? Who can be looking over your shoulder? That's one of the big implications that hasn't really been addressed, and I don't know how they're actually going to deal with it. Number two, 3 checking in a month days in the office seems like a little bit of a compliance play to me. So I think that's really like, hey, we need to kind of just figure out whether or not you're cool before we actually take you full-time remote. And it also might be an employer of record issue where, like, if you're working out of the state of New York as an example, but you're actually living in Bali in Indonesia, we need to be able to make sure that you're checking in so that everyone is compliant. Number 3, will Deloitte and KPMG follow suit? This could be a massive talent acquisition for KPMG, where if you're, let's say, someone who has 5 years experience as an accountant and you're thinking about working for KPMG, Deloitte, or PwC, why wouldn't you choose PwC? You'd even want to take like a bit of a pay cut for at least 35% of the remote working or the general working population. It's going to be huge, I think, for them. And that's something that wasn't really addressed in this article either. And then number 4, is this the end of crappy 18-hour days in the office for the accounting industry? I know a lot of friends of mine in both the accounting and in the legal industry that have been dealing with this crap for years. You work your butt off, you work 16 to 18-hour days for 5 years for the small chance that you get to become partner. And then if you become partner, you basically don't do anything for the rest of your life. But if you don't, then you're back to working 12-hour days for the rest of your life. Hopefully that system will end, because it's a really stupid system. The amount of time that you put in does not equal the actual productivity that you inject inside of the business. Just my thoughts. And if you have any other thoughts, please put them down in the comments below. I'd love to be able to hear your thoughts on KPMG and where you think they're going. And while you're down there, why don't you like this video and subscribe to this YouTube channel? It is indeed free, and we talk about remote work stuff every single day. See you next video.